What's the advantage of acquiring riches if it cannot get you what you want? This is why we love the princes of Brunei. When it comes to lavish lifestyles, there's no denying that the Brunei princes are living their best life by choosing a luxurious lifestyle. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how the lavish princes of Brunei spend their billions. Let's get into it. You might be wondering, who are the Brunei princes? And how are they able to afford such an insanely luxurious lifestyle? The two princes, Prince Abdul Mateen and Prince Abdul Malik, are born into the royal family of Brunei. Brunei is a small nation on the island of Borneo, in two distinct sections surrounded by Malaysia and the South China Sea. Brunei is known for its beaches and biodiverse rainforest, much of it protected within reserves. According to Forbes, their dad, the Sultan, has a net worth of a whopping $28 billion. Prince Abdul Mateen, born in 1991, is the fourth son of the Sultan, and Prince Abdul Malik, born in 1983, is Sultan's third son by his first wife. The princes seem to have gotten this luxurious lifestyle from their father, Sultan Hassanal. Sultan Hassanal is one of the richest men on this earth, and this claim has been proven through his collection of rare and exotic cars in his 1788-room palace. The Sultan himself likes to live life to the fullest, and the same can be said about his sons. It is a known thing for wealthy people who have pure tenderness for animals to get exotic pets. The same goes for these two handsome princes. While most wealthy people will go for cats and dogs, Prince Abdul Mateen took it to a whole new level. We're talking about beautiful white tiger cubs and extremely rare ocelots that are on the verge of extinction. These two pets are not the only animals close to Prince Abdul Mateen's heart. Prince Abdul Mateen also loves his horses. He seems to be quite a gifted equestrian, as he is often spotted riding the finest of horses. The handsome prince, with all the love he has to share, seems to have a bit of trouble finding the right woman. Yes, Prince Abdul Mateen is currently single, and he seems to be looking for a princess with whom he can find his happily ever after. On the other hand, Prince Abdul Malik is long off the market. Prince Abdul Malik's wedding made headlines all over the world. It was one of the most lavish weddings ever. Knowing that a wedding is often once in a lifetime, except for exceptional reasons, the prince and his family made sure that it was a superb wedding. In 2015, Prince Abdul Malik tied the knot with the then 22-year-old Dayanku Rabiatul Adawaya, and their wedding was glamorous. The mind-blowing part is that the wedding took place for 10 days, affirming that it is one of the most lavish weddings on this planet. More than 6,000 guests, including royal families from around the world, foreign diplomats, and politicians were all invited to the wedding. And from the bridal bouquet to the couple's outfit to the thrones inside the ceremonial room, all literally spelled luxury. Everything was adorned with either pure gold diamonds or precious stones. The princes are also known for their love of exotic cars. The Sultan himself is said to have the largest private car collection in the entire world, and what's more, his sons. It's estimated that the Sultan of Brunei, Sultan Hassanal, has more than 7,000 cars with a total value of a staggering $5 billion. The Sultan has the luxury of getting the latest and most expensive automobiles to be delivered to him upon their release. The royal family owns 550 Mercedes-Benz, 450 Ferraris, and 6 Bentley Dominators that were custom-made for the Sultan, costing him $4.6 million per unit. The Sultan also broke the Guinness World Record by becoming the current Guinness World Record holder for having the biggest private Rolls-Royce collection that includes 500 of these luxurious cars. Not just that, the Sultan took it to the next level by covering one of the Royce with an undisclosed amount of 24-karat gold. This Rolls-Royce, which is valued at $15 million, was specially made for weddings, and it was used to transport Sultan's daughter for her wedding day. That's not all. The princes also have private jets, including a Boeing 747 private jet that the Sultan purchased. After he paid $100 million for the private jet, he had to splurge $120 million more to make the private jet worthy of a royal family, dubbed as the Flying Palace. Prince Abdul Mateen customized the entire interiors of the jet to include a living room and a bedroom that is covered with pure gold from top to bottom. The Flying Palace isn't the only aircraft that Prince Abdul Mateen has at his disposal. He also has 2 Airbus A340s and a 767. Just like his father, Prince Mateen is a licensed pilot, and he takes pride in his ability to fly his own aircraft. The princes admitted before that there were a few challenges that came with learning how to fly an aircraft. However, Prince Abdul Mateen now has the hang of it. What about their private residences? Well, their palace has about 1,788 rooms and 257 bathrooms, and it currently holds the title of being the largest residential palace in the world. The palace cost an estimated $1.3 billion to build, and it took about 2 years for the construction to be completed. The palace building measures over 2.2 million square feet. The inside of the palace is with gold and diamond decorating every nook and cranny of the residence. This really shows how much the royal family loves precious stones. Aside from its glamorous 1,788 rooms, the palace features 5 massive swimming pools and a banquet hall that can hold about 5,000 guests at once. The palace also has a mosque that can hold 1,500 people. It also has air-conditioned stables that can contain at least 200 polo ponies. The $1.3 billion palace isn't the only property of the royal family. The Sultan himself owns a mansion that's located in one of the most expensive areas in London. Sultan Hassanal purchased this mansion in 1994, and today the property is estimated to be around $54 million today. The princes also have a thing for traveling. If you follow the princes of Brunei on Instagram, you've probably noticed that the young princes do have a soft spot for traveling. With all of that wealth, who wouldn't like to tour the world? From their posts, you will see that the royal princes enjoy traveling. They love touring. Who would blame them? Prince Abdul Mateen, being the more social one, often shares his snaps with the world on Instagram and has thousands of followers. What about their wardrobes? This is another part where the princes spend their money. Being a prince that's worth billions of dollars definitely has its advantages. Prince Abdul Mateen is often in stylish designs each time he is spotted. He seems to have a liking to the tailor shops located in the famous Savile Row Street in London, where the world's most expensive tailor-made suits are sold. He loves well-styled suits. Lastly, let's talk about their wristwatches. This is another thing that you would never find missing from the princes, and the watches are expensive. Among his collection is a Rolex Daytona 116500 Ohm, which is valued at $26,000. Rolex Daytona isn't a very beautiful timepiece, and before getting one, you may have to wait for a year or 2. Another grand timepiece that the prince wears is his 18-karat white gold Grand Complication Type Tech Philip Nobilis Perpetual Calendar, which is worth around $124,000. Despite the fleet of cars and other luxurious items owned by Prince Abdul Mateen, the prince is said to be very humble. He was interviewed by GQ Thailand, and he explained that he's a grounded man and that he doesn't like to flaunt his family's wealth. The prince stated that he would rather live a simple life surrounded by the people closest to his heart and pursue things he's passionate about. This is all we know about these handsome princes. Let us know what you think in the comments section. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications.